Hello everyone, I'm back with another video, and in today's video it's going to be me and Chance versus Optimist and Shiro Neko. Now of course this will be a live or in-game recorded video, so yeah, we're in for a ride. Okay, now of course before we start, please do subscribe and turn on the notification to all notifications so that you will not miss an upload or stream from my channel. Might as well give this video a like, and I'd highly appreciate that. Now without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. Let's go. And so here we go. Battle loading screen. Price ring will be the map. Okay, and let's see how this plays out. Okay, so of course at the very start, I will be, collecting those containers, so on. Of course, the construction yard will be at the very start. Okay, and then I'll be using the emergency measures boost, a blue boost for that. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna have to wait for the battle to load. And here goes. So, battle starts, construction yard, blue emergency measure boost. Then wait for the construction to finish, place that shipyard in a power plant, and then of course the barracks. Okay, and then second supply center, then switch to construction. Okay, construction boost to speed up the upgrade. As you guys can see, I will have a shipyard within the deployment time. And of course, do not forget to place your factory. Okay, now train those assaults as soon as they get out, group them. Okay, so you may have a shortcut of somehow selecting them. So you no longer need to tap on every single infantry that you see, because you might mistap chances. Okay, now once the shipyard or the HQ finishes, switch to infantry scouting boost to get those containers. Okay, shipyard is already up. Supply center, produce a delta, add a power plant, and of course again collecting those containers. Okay, now if you already feel that most of the containers has already been collected, you can switch to another boost, since there's like an ocean here. Now, using a gold naval attack boost or production boost to of course speed up the production of your delta will also increase the chances of you getting the containers faster, because the delta will spawn faster. Now, naval attack boost is to somehow increase the range and speed of your delta. Okay, which can help you also to gather the containers. Now, since I saw that the red player doesn't have ocean, okay, he moved away from the ocean, meaning I can skip that naval attack boost and switch to another boost, which will be more productive for me. Resource boost. Okay, so we're going to gather those containers. Okay, we're going to gather those containers and place a barracks right there to deny scouting. Now, I'm checking to see here how many bunkers that I can build. Okay, so I can build 3 bunkers at that entrance, looking at my partner's base, the green player, and scouting the red player's base. Okay, so far so good, nothing crazy here so far. Okay, we're going to upgrade our HQ to level 3. Okay, we're not going to be trying to attack the red player's base, because there might be some riflemen that are going to destroy the delta. So we're going to have to somehow get the container at the back of the red player's base. Placing an EBF factory so that I can produce a cyclone, so that of course I can scout the forest or the trees for some hidden infantry. Now the yellow player has a shipyard. Okay, and I'll also put some patrols on the map, as you guys can see right there. Okay, I'll be placing patrols on the map and adding more power plants so that I will have more power to add more supply centers later on. Added more assaults to deny some scouting in case there might be a coyote or, riflemen or anything like that. Partner's base has been scouted by a Kaiman so that the platform is being built. Okay. And again, resource boost. And we're gonna have to somehow follow that Kaiman before it gets out of range. And here goes, adding more supply centers. And once that Kaiman has been destroyed, we're gonna have to somehow, go on the yellow player's base to scout. That's the priority. Always at the start of the game, you need to scout what your enemy is up to. Okay, so I have total of 7 supply centers. 2 are still being built. additional cyclones, or actually cyclone being produced, to of course get rid of those hidden infantries.
Construction complete.
There goes. Let's see now what will happen.
Place the building.
Now, of course, Special Vehicle Factory is for those who are going to spam ABS, so you will have something to somehow produce anti-air in case they might attack you with hawks. Okay. Partner doing good. Told me to somehow scout that forest right there, which I will. I rallied a cyclone that will be produced later on. Okay. Got rid of that scout. And of course, a construction yard right there to expand my base. I'm at the back of the yellow player's base. Time to scout. See what he has. Typhoon are now gonna be produced because there might be, there can be a lot of things that may happen at the very start. Okay, so I saw a porcupine right there. Place a power plant, a rocket tower, of course, because there might be a rush of, porcupine and jaguar. And I informed my partner that the level 2 shipyard is producing an alligator. Now I'll hover that cyclone above that cliff right there. Okay, another cyclone. We're gonna have to get rid of those hidden infantries. Trying to be annoying with my delta. Okay, nothing crazy here so far. I'll add more rocket towers, of course, to make sure that the attack will be repelled in case that this red player is planning to do so. As you guys can see, his units are rallied across the map all the way to the center, or the middle cliff, onto my side. Now again, checking the bunkers that I can place, how many I can place. Okay. And again, rocket towers. Third rocket tower. Now this rocket tower, or fourth rocket tower, can actually cover both entrances. Okay. Nothing crazy here so far. And at this point, I'm going to switch boost to construction to, of course, finish my buildings faster. Because those units are somehow, a threat. Because I don't have anything to defend my base with, except for my towers, that is. Again, hidden infantries. And once some of my rocket towers finished, I immediately switch to another boost, which is resource boost. Now I'll have to place my typhoons near the towers to safeguard it against any pending attacks or hawks. Now we see here that the red player's base is like trying to somehow have Dragonfly or ABS Factory. Okay. Excuse me. We see level 2 barracks right there for Grenadiers. Again, scouting. Very, very important. Scouting. You don't really have to miss that part because that gives you the intel of what your enemy is doing. So you can always counter them. Okay. So that Jaguar and Porcupine count is building up. Now, in regards to this, I already have 4 rocket towers. Now, I need level 4 HQ at this point. Okay. Now, if I simply rushed HQ 4, I might get under attack by those Jaguars and Porcupines, and I will not have anything to defend myself with. So, that's a no-no. Okay. So, always scout before you do something to develop your base, because otherwise, you may not have something to defend yourself with. And that's a big no-no. Okay. Power plants. Okay. Hidden infantry. Okay, good thing that I have a cyclone. And that's why he's not attacking me, because he saw that I have bunkers right there. Okay, so that's a very neat trick. Switch to air raid attack boost. Excuse me. Okay. Partner having Vikings.
Place the building. Place the building.
Okay. And the power plant, of course. Additional bunkers. So I'll have a total of 4 bunkers and 4 rocket towers at this point. Okay, and we're now going to produce those. Cyclones.
Construction complete.
Okay. And now I have a cyclone at the back of the base of the red player. And again, rocket towers because my HQ 4 is finished. Bunker again, and I'm somehow, I am somehow protecting the entrances of my base one at a time. Okay, now since I have like 2 towers at the second entrance, or the main entrance, I'll have another tower at the side. Okay, because if they scouted that part, they can actually attack right there. So that's not a very good idea to leave it open.
Allied unit is under attack.
And so we're gonna have to somehow build a tower near that entrance. Okay, now the spacing here, I'm actually estimating the spacing. So I will have an ample amount of defenses built right there. Okay, as you guys can see. And now, always be aware of your surroundings and always have a scout. Okay, so this red guy is still on HQ level 3, and I'll try to scout and see what he has. Basically, based on his army composition, he has Jaguars, Porcupines. Okay, so level 3 vehicle factory, 2 special vehicle factory level 1, and additional power plant so that he will have that anti-air powered. Nothing crazy here so far, so literally no threat. Okay, so I can save some resources for my HQ5. Okay, but before that, I'll build Typhoons. Okay, now I'll also have a construction yard near this entrance later on. Oh, and my partner started devastating the red player's base because the scout revealed that the anti-air has yet to finish. Oh, and he has a ton of porcupines there. So basically, this red guy is ultimately prepared for my cyclone spam. Okay, so yeah, he was so expecting it. Oh, and this guy has level 4 or level 3 special vehicle factory and a level 4 HQ, and he pretty much has alligators too because of the shipyard earlier. Now, a Cayman was there sent to my partner's base to scout. I informed my partner that the enemy or the yellow player has cyclone or chameleons and alligators. Okay, now in response to that, I'll add more ABF factories here on my end so that I can spam cyclones. Yeah.
Place the building.
Okay, now let's see what'll happen.
The boost activated.
Okay, I'm going HQ5 as we speak. Okay, and the cyclone to scout because those alligators can actually move over to my base onto my side and destroy my base without any platform. So that's a very bad idea, right? So I'll have a construction yard right there to somehow safeguard my base against alligators later on. That is, if I need to build platforms right there. Okay? Because as much as possible, I would like to be cost efficient.
Construction complete.
Okay, now let's see what's going on.
Construction complete.
Okay, Porcupine from the yellow player. Again, scouting. Putting some cyclones above the cliff. And also, I saw that there's like a lot of alligator and ooh, jaguars and chameleons now.
Upgrade complete.
Okay. Oh, red player is now moving out. Okay. So they're going to gang up on the green player.
Place the building.
Now again, since I already have level 5 HQ, I can have more rocket towers, bunkers right here. Okay, so yeah. They're not going to attack my base. I don't know for whatever reason. Maybe they just happen to somehow pick on my partner. Okay, now at this point I don't have anything else. Just some cyclones. And I will be informing my partner that he needs more Vikings or naval platforms on that area due to the fact that the yellow player has more alligators and level 4 HQ. Hence, he will have more army, or yeah, he can actually have that due to level 4 HQ command points. Okay, placing Cyclone again above the cliff. There goes. He has 10 plus gators, yeah.
Enemy detected.
And there goes. Now, again, scouting is a must, guys. Okay, so you need to scout to get that intel. Okay, now in response to that, I inform my partner that there's like the pending threat of this red player. Okay, just running around on his side. Okay, and rocket towers again was built, and I don't know for whatever reason he might have actually forgotten about the yellow player's alligators, which I warned him about. Okay, so yeah, again at this point I'll have to produce some units now, cyclones. Yeah, tier 1 helicopters. I'll produce tier 1 helicopters. Okay, and so alligators, well, there's like a ton of alligators there. 3, 6, 7, and some of the alligators has been destroyed due to the platform that he has. The zoos there are actually in a very good position to intercept the red player's army. However, there's the chameleon jaguars there at the front of his base. Okay, so we're gonna have to try and check and attack that chameleon or that army. Okay. Now let's see what's going on here. Okay, we're gonna have to somehow zone this chameleon army away. Now, I think what happened here is that the red player is taking over the anti-air role. Okay, so that's why he has a lot of porcupines, hence his partner can have a lot of jaguars. Okay, so the other guy mostly porcupines and the other guy mostly jaguar and chameleon. Pretty smart, I have to say. Okay, but he has alligators here. That's why I built a construction yard there at the bottom side and placed some platforms, as you guys can see. Okay, so I'll be placing 6 platforms around there. Again, they're unaware of my scout above the cliff. And again, scouting the red player's base. He still has level 3 HQ. My partner's base is in a very dire situation. He's actually under attack by those alligators. Okay, because he has 10 units, like 7 Vikings, or actually, yeah, 7 Vikings in 1 platform, which is not enough to deal with 11 plus gators. Okay, now I'll have walls here to somehow limit the entrance or the entry that both players can have, or yeah, can make over to my base, you know, because they're gonna have a hard time if there's like walls. Okay, some of the platforms here are just finishing. My partner is like trying desperately to build a platform at the back of his base, but was detected by those alligators. Okay, now let's see what's going on. Now his base is in very big trouble. And look at those amount of just the amount of porcupines is crazy. Okay, these guys must be super annoyed by my cyclone spam. Or they must be pretty sure that I'm going to use the cyclone spam. Okay. So my partner is quite clever as to somehow build his units around there. Yeah, so he's building away from the shore. However, I don't think that's gonna work because the red player's army is just right above the cliff on his side. Man, and there's like those alligators are taking care of the HQ. Okay, and he has yet to build a rocket tower. Now, I will have to inform him to build a rocket tower right there before the HQ goes out. Okay, because once you have no HQ, you can no longer build anything aside from an HQ. Okay. Now, at this point, I don't think my cyclones will be of help with that many porcupines right there. Okay, I only have 8 at the moment, so yeah, that's not very good. Now, let's see what's going to happen here. Okay, I split 1 cyclone there apart so that I can scout. Okay. Now, I had a typhoon here, of course, to add up more anti-air. Okay, I scouted the red player's base earlier, and here goes those army from the red player. Okay, I'm now going to head back since I'm not going to be of much help. Okay, I'd rather not lose anything or lose as less unit as possible. Okay, and then I'll have to produce some cyclones, reproduce the units that I lost, rather. Okay, again, placing some units above the cliff. Now, I had the cyclones over there to see if there will be alligators going over to my side, so I can prepare platforms. Now, I will be telling my partner to somehow save resources so he can make a comeback later on, that is. Okay, now I have HQ 5. I'm maintaining the resources to 1,000. Okay, in case, because I'm planning to go space system. Now, since my partner's base will be destroyed anyway, I'd like to take this opportunity to somehow tech my base up and have the super weapon before they do. Okay, that's the priority. And then lose as much less unit as possible, or just be cost efficient. Okay, because of course those are 2 players with 2 separate incomes. Okay. Alright, so I have like 20 cyclones here. Okay, not bad of a number. And now I'll use this opportunity to scout the yellow player, see what he has. Okay, those alligators are not gonna be a threat anymore. Okay, now I'll destroy one of my vehicle factory. Okay, so that I will have the space system placed over there. Okay, I'll destroy some walls to give way to the Zeus of my partner to somehow help out with the defense. Scout onto the yellow player's base with one cyclone. Additional cyclones. Okay. We see here that there's like a chameleon above that cliff on my left side.
Boost activated.
Level up 5 HQ. Okay, so we're gonna have to look further, dive a little bit deeper, and then head back before my cyclone gets destroyed. Okay. So yeah, I have 2 cyclones above the cliff. I clearly see that they have units just parked around my
Boost
base.
activated.
Okay, tons of porcupines too. Okay, now I have resources here, and I have the edge in terms of base development since I already have a space system, and they have yet to build a nuclear.
Enemy detected.
Okay, from what I can see. Oh, and then the yellow player tried or attempt to attack my base at the side, which I was actually preparing for earlier at the start of the game. And again, yellow player trying to attack me from the front, and I'll just destroy that chameleon, and then destroy the porcupine, and destroy whatever I can. Now, the red player decided that he cannot, attack my base with those rocket towers. There's like 6 rocket towers there that can fire him in case he actually dived in my base, and that's not a very good idea. Those porcupines will get shredded in one shot, along with some other units. Okay. Now, I have almost enough resources here for a space strike. Okay, I'm gonna have to save for that. And this guy right here, the red player, has a vehicle factory above the cliff. Okay, meaning he has either level 4 HQ or and so on. So I'm gonna have to try and scout again the yellow player's base.
Our base is under attack.
Very tricky here. Okay, the red player is playing a very tricky move here, as to somehow, like attack me, giving me that vibe of them attacking.
The boost
But I'm not
activated.
gonna fall for it since I already know what they're up to. Okay, where their units are located, and nuclear being built from the yellow player, and a level 3 vehicle factory from the red player, giving away that he has a level 4 HQ. Okay, additional cyclones, of course. There's like a ton of units that can be hidden inside the fog. Okay, in case, and I'll try and make, them diving into my base a little bit harder, because I'll be placing walls later on near that entrance where there's 2 rocket towers. Okay, now time to go over to the red player's base. I already saw that there's like a nuclear being built from the yellow player, and I already have a space strike in production. Okay, so it's just a matter of time before I space strike that guy. Yep, I have 28 cyclones, going 32 in a moment. Now let's see what'll happen here. Excuse me. Placing the walls now, as I mentioned earlier, making their advance a little bit harder. Okay, I'll have to make things as hard as I can. Okay, now going to space strike the yellow player, switching to a common defense boost, since of course I might come under fire any moment now. Dragonflies revealed that one cyclone above that cliff, however, did not go any further near the cliff. There's like one dragonfly there that's flying the side of my base. Okay, so yeah.
Our base is under attack.
I actually missed that part of spacing the damage that has been dealt over to the yellow player's base. Dragonflies is desperately scouting my base, however, they're gonna have to fail. Now, that dragonfly actually saw that I don't have a platform near the right side of my base. So those alligators,
The boost
okay,
activated.
are actually going to that side, or I'm actually thinking that they're going over to that side. Okay, which is the reason why I have a cyclone at the back of their bases. It's for me to scout and detect alligators going over to that side, so I can react before the alligators arrive. Okay, level 4 HQ. Okay, trying to see if there's like a level 5 HQ from that guy. So still units are parked outside the base. Okay, so I'm gonna have to somehow have a cyclone, gain high ground vision. Nothing really crazy so far right there. And I'm gonna have to move and try to see if the yellow player reconstructed the base or the administrative buildings and then going straight to a nuclear. That's the priority. Now at this point, my priority is also going for a space strike again. So I'll know when to strike and where to strike. Okay, destroying the nuclear launcher of this yellow player in case he might have any.
Enemy detected.
Okay, my partner is telling me that Thors are going to destroy all of those. Well, yeah, he's actually right, but I don't have Thors. Now I have something in mind for them. Okay, one alligator. Oh, I caught that one. I caught that one alligator going over to my side. Or are just going to try and get rid of my cyclone, but I highly doubt it. Because the dragonfly earlier saw that I don't have platforms on my right side. Okay, so again, I'm not actually going to hurry up the space strike. Okay, as you guys can see, I'm not using a common production boost since my space system is not in any threat. Okay, they can't do anything about it. Additional power plants, of course, as I'm going to build platforms right there. Now, I'm sending 2 scouts on my left side to see what they have over to that side. Okay. I'm also thinking of checking the alligators at the bottom left-hand corner because those alligators were there earlier. Now, I wanted to see if they're still there. Okay, because if they're gone, well, there can only be one position where they can go into. Okay, so again, I'll first try to scout the yellow player's base to see what he has. Okay. Excuse me. I don't have a barracks right there. I'm gonna have to place a barracks so that I'll have a vehicle factory. Yellow player still rebuilding the base. Dragonfly are out there. Okay. So what is that dragonfly doing? Okay, so just telling his partner that I don't have platforms around that area. Okay, and again, I saw the yellow player producing some alligators. And Space Strike is again ready. Now time to check the alligators in the bottom left hand corner. Space Striking the yellow player. There goes. And switching boost. Okay. And at this point in time, there's no alligators here. So time to destroy the platforms right there. And then place the platforms right over to this area. Okay, because those alligators are lying in wait. Okay, and are now headed towards there. And there goes. Bam! Massive damage. Okay, good damage right there. Not giving the yellow player a chance to have that economy going up so he can rebuild his army and so on. Or a nuclear even, since he had level 5 HQ. Okay, so I'll have to build all 8 platforms as he is amassing up alligators. Okay, since the last scout saw that I have tons of alligators. Now, I'm going to try and move all my cyclones into attacking the yellow player's base. Okay, because the red players still think that he cannot do anything on my base since he doesn't have chameleon. No, ooh. What a surprise. Okay, so the yellow player's army is here without any chameleons because the role of the red player is producing porcupines. He doesn't have any chameleons. Okay, so I switched air attack boost and try to get rid of those chameleons because, you know, those can be annoying, but it's not a threat. Okay, so yeah, destroying the chameleons, and once I'm done, I'm going to ignore all those jaguars and head straight to the HQ. Destroying the HQ is more of a priority. Okay, because that prevents this yellow player from having a nuclear. Now, I'll also separate 3 cyclones and head over to the yellow player's base, or the red player's base. Ooh, chameleon 2, level 4 HQ, and destroying that headquarters. Okay, switching air attack boost. Saw that there's like tons of anti-air. And now that HQ will definitely go down. Okay, vehicle factory to allow the shipyard so I can spam the shipyard later on, mess up the targeting of those alligators. Destroying everything that I can here, so to prevent the yellow player from ever coming back to the game. There goes. And, checking on those porcupines. They're now getting closer to my cyclones. Okay. And now destroying the supply center since the porcupines are still outside the range. Now I'll send 1 cyclone at the back of both bases again. Okay, the yellow and the red player's bases at the back of them. Producing another space strike. destroying the shipyard, preventing from alligators in case the yellow player might try and come back.
Unit is under
And I was right all along, so my guess, or actually my instinct, was telling me that the alligators were moving on to the right side of the map. Ah, man. Okay, so a wrong move here on my end. I ran towards my partner's base, and those porcupines will now chase.
boost activated.
Okay, now switching boost, common defense boost, of course, to gain more armor, firepower, and range for my naval platforms.
Building is displaced.
And shipyards, of course, to mess up the targeting of those alligators, wasting the salvo on the shipyard instead of the platforms.
Our building is destroyed.
And so, let's see what'll happen.
Our building is destroyed.
Oh man, those notifications are annoying.
Place the building.
Okay, my vehicle factory has been destroyed, so no more shipyard spamming.
Building.
Okay, but I'll still build that vehicle factory since those alligators are in range of that vehicle factory. They're going to fire at it. Okay, so yeah. Okay, again, let's see now. The red player saw what my partner has. He's trying to come back into the game, and he's gonna get denied. So there's like the unit of the red player are now converging over to my partner's base. I'll place that cyclone above that cliff. Saw the yellow jaguars right there, and I'll use my cyclone to destroy that one porcupine. And then get rid of as many jaguars as I can. Okay, so yeah, this is called trying to be cost efficient and take engagement where only you can win. Okay, to save you the trouble of losing units and so on. Okay, so the yellow player's base is no more, as you guys can see right there. Okay, and again, I separated a group of 3 cyclones to scout the red player's base to see what he has. Checking tabs on that red army to see what he has, or he's coming back. Okay, to defend his partner from my cyclones. Okay, and again, I'm gonna have to retreat. Space striking the red player's base. Additional cyclones, of course, to reproduce or fill up the units that I lost. Okay, and let's see now the destruction. Bam! Wow! Wow, what a damage. Okay, again, using resource boost. Okay, so my partner is now just chilling right there. Okay, red army is now above the cliff, and the jaguars from the yellow player is or doesn't have any chameleon. Okay, now let's see what's going on here. Okay, again, tons of porcupines, my man. This guy must be an
Our building is destroyed.
porcupine lover. Okay, again, under the space strike, switching to a gold common defense boost since I already have a space strike going on. I will have to prioritize defense over resource income at this point. Okay, building walls right there. Okay, making it hard for both the yellow and the red player's army to get inside my base. Okay, now chameleon from the red. Okay, let's see what'll happen here. That's not gonna work out without any chameleon. Although he can force fire above the cliff, but that can actually have my cyclones go over there and have high ground vision. Now, the cyclone that I left at the top left-hand corner will now head over to the yellow player's base to see what he has, if he's coming back into the game. Again, guys, every scout, you need to scout. Okay, scout, scout, scout. That's what you need to get intel. Okay, and let's see here. There's only one chameleon here, I think. Okay, which is not enough to cover most of the jaguars that he has. Okay, very clever. He's actually having those jaguars on force firing. It's just that I have cyclones that gains high ground visions along the cliff. Hence the reason why my rocket towers are able to fire back at those jaguars. So that's a very neat trick, force firing. It's a good thing I have cyclones above a cliff. Okay, so there's like 2 chameleons now. They are losing units, and I am losing only a few. Okay, so the units that I'm losing are cheaper than what they are losing, since the porcupines cost 180 resources and a cyclone cost 140 resources. So again, I'd like to be as cost efficient as humanly possible. Okay, so the red player's base has been devastated. Checking the alligators on the side and the right, so he's not switching positions over to the left side or the bottom left. Okay, and one Cyclone is just owning the yellow player's base at this point. Checking what the red player has, as he already rebuilt his base. Okay, not really that much to see right there. And, oh man. So, basically, both players are now going to attack me. I already have a space system, but I'm just scouting to see where I can strike. But I think this is the right situation for me to strike, or the right scenario. Again, they're force firing above the cliff. Okay, I have Cyclones that gives me high ground vision. Okay, now let's see what'll happen here. Oh man, if I can manage to somehow snipe all those units, this will give me instant victory. And BAM! Solid hit. Both army from the yellow and the red, and just one space strike. Man, alley-oop. Okay, that was a very good space strike right there. Okay, now I actually striked before they retreated. Okay, so they can either go inside my base or outside, and I strike just in between, going outside the base and inside the base. So yeah, they will have no means of retreating. There goes, and at this point in time, I think it's clear as day as to who will win this battle. And my partner just told me that that was good. Yeah, partner imba. Chance imba. Okay, so I just got lucky here, yeah. Again, that's the difference between resistance versus power. Yeah, power, man, power. And those Zeus are still here, MVP Zeus. Alright. And those Cyclones that are above the cliff are also MVP. Alright, now guys, if you liked the video, please do go on ahead, smash the like button, and of course leave a comment down below as to what are your thoughts into this video. And of course, do not forget to subscribe and turn on the notification to all notification so that you will not miss an upload or stream from my channel. Might as well check my previous videos as they contain tips and tricks that can actually help you win a battle. So yeah, at this point, I'm just going to build vehicle factories, which I lost earlier, in order for me to finish my contract. Yeah. Quite a fight, I might say. Alright, well, we're just going to clean things up, and this red player is now going to build a wall that looks like an emoji. Yeah, a sticker. GG. Yes, GG. And yeah, just going to clean up the yellow player's base first, because the Zeus of my partner is already at the red player's base. And those alligators are not able to do anything at this point. So yeah, that's how you do it. Be cost efficient and scout constantly. Okay, so yeah, now if you guys want to do this, you have to practice. Nah, I'm just your average Joe, you know. Okay, so yeah, told my partner to move away from the space strike radius. Okay, but it's gonna be too late. And use a blue boost. See? And bam. Okay, HQ survived. Okay. And that's pretty much it. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. Have yourself a great day, and good luck with your battles. Alright, so we're just gonna have to wait for this battle to end. And bye now.
Standing by. Job's done. Control. Designation set.
Transmitting message. Enemy detected. Victory. Victory.